ದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. BA, BCom, MA ಕನ್ನಡ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MCom, MBA, MSc ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಜನವರಿ ಆವೃತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 31, 2024 ಕಡೆಯ ದಿನಾಂಕ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯ ನ್ಯಾಕ್ನಿಂದ A+ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. BA, BCom, MA ಕನ್ನಡ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MCom, MBA, MSc ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಜನವರಿ ಆವೃತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 31, 2024 ಕಡೆಯ ದಿನಾಂಕ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯ ನ್ಯಾಕ್ನಿಂದ A+ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. BA, BCom, MA ಕನ್ನಡ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MCom, MBA, MSc ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಜನವರಿ ಆವೃತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 31, 2024 ಕಡೆಯ ದಿನಾಂಕ.
I would also like to invite Dr. Manoj Kumar, the keynote speaker of the session. I would like to invite Dr. Mahesh Avi, co-chairperson and the rapporteur of the session. To give a brief introduction about Dr. N. Ramanjanayulu sir, his education qualification is MCom, MBA and PhD. Presently he is professor of management, and he has done his BCom degree in Ballari, and he done his MCom degree in Gulbarga University, and also MBA from Gulbarga University. He has done PhD from Gulbarga University, and he has a corporate experience of 1 year at executive level, and he has worked as lecturer in Commerce and Management, Sayadri Arts and Commerce College, Shumoga, and he has worked as NSS program officer for 3 years at Sayadri College, and presently is working as the coordinator for Unnat Bharat Abhiyan Regional Coordinator Institute, Karnataka University, Dharwad. He has guided more than 250 MBA students and around 100 BBM students also. He has presented more than 35 papers and published more than 50 articles. And he has published 5 chapters in books, and details of paper published in peer-reviewed journal is 45. He has written study material for MBA in Kuvempu University, and he has serviced to the university in different capacities, and he is also a member of State Higher Education Council for framing the syllabus of our UG. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir. To give a brief introduction about Dr. Manoj Kumar, he has served as a guest lecturer in Government Women's College, Vijayanagara, and from 12 to 16 he has worked as assistant professor, and till date he is working as the associate Department of Management Studies, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. He has got a very rich research experience, and he has PhD. He has guiding PhD to 6-7 students. He has got PhD under the guidance of Dr. Satyanarayana from the University of Mysore. He has presented 14 papers in the conferences and participated in various activities. He has coordinated various sessions also, and we are very glad to have you as the keynote speaker for the today, sir. Thank you so much, and we welcome you, sir. I would also like to welcome Dr. Mahesh Avi, the present BOS chairperson and the past chairperson of the Department of Commerce in Karnataka State Open University, as the co-chairperson and the rapporteur of the conference. He is a very serious academician, and he has conducted a workshop, and he has done various activities, and he is involved in the administrative activities of the university also. I heartily welcome you, sir. I would like to request Dr. Manoj Kumar sir to give a okay. Okay. I request Ramanjanan sir to start the session, sir. Thank you.
Very good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Okay. Yeah, we have Mahesh Kumar, Manoj Kumar as a keynote speaker, and Mahesh, my beloved student, as a co-chair or rapporteur. How many presenters, madam? How many presenters are there? Any idea how many paper presenters are there? 10 members are there here? How many? Okay. Okay, good number of presenters are here. Conference is about sustainable development and innovative management practices. Actually, I was there in marketing management, marketing session, and later shifted to general management and IT. Doesn't matter. Sustainable development goals, 17 goals developed by United Nations members countries in the year 2015, and also they had they set a target by 2030 we need to achieve these sustainable development goals. So now everyone talking about SDGs, whether government or corporate or private or public, even educational institutions. So everybody talking about sustainable development goals. Especially management practices and connecting SDGs. So management practices in any organization, more importantly a business organization, very, very important. And achieving these goals by practicing innovative management practices is very important. So business is understanding customer needs and fulfilling customer needs. But in the process of fulfilling customer needs and making profit, so you cannot ignore the environment, you cannot ignore the ecological challenges what we are facing now. So that is the reason SDGs are very, very important. If companies are very serious, business, corporate houses are very serious about SDG, they are supposed to practice seriously holistic approach of doing business. Holistic approach includes internal marketing, integrated marketing, relationship marketing, and performance marketing. And also they should seriously take total quality management practices. There are so many total quality management practices, not only focusing on product or service quality, but considering total quality in 360-degree perspective, including ecology, society, community consequences, and all. So nowadays, everybody is claiming that we are contributing to SDG. Say, companies like KFC, Domino's, they are also claims that we are contributing to SDG. So SDG number 2, zero hunger. They say that we are providing food and we are contributing to SDG number 2. And even government also claims that gender equality, 5th SDG, we are providing women 2,000 rupees per month, and we are also contributing to SDG. So every person, every entity in the society claiming that we are contributing to SDG, but whether they are seriously impacting on ESG, that is ecological social governance. So this is the matter of this conference. So with these introductory remarks, so I request Manoj Kumar to address his keynote address, and later we will have a paper presentation. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, one and all present here, all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. And I wish all the best to all the presenters who are present here to deliver your papers. So today, management context, so contemporary management context we are in, and we can see that the management practices are comparatively changed. The trend and the performance of the management is looking after not just a profit, they're looking after the sustainability of the business. So henceforth, there is a more responsibility being a manager and being a management, where the roles and responsibilities are clearly distinguished. And today we are in the era of where the man and machine equivalently work and contributing for the organizational performance. So towards this, where the conference put it across as a greater expectation from the research part of view, where they are incorporating the management practices towards leading a sustainable development. So in connection to that, I request all the presenters try to give your best towards the management practices which contributes for sustainable development. And in the morning session, where the Yatish Chandra sir is the chairperson, where he clearly mentioned that where the companies are not just for making profits. Now today they are recognizing as a better than the politicians. They are working more than the government. Even you can take the initiation of the Ayodhya event, where the more in 2024, but we are reported 6.6. This is the one of the greatest movement for India, that we are in the global economic competition. We are embedded better than the developed countries, even compared to the German, compared to the US, where we are leading better GDP, not in just to manufacturing the things, even whatever the world economic recession which is happening, from that even India is not impacting anything. India become a global supplier in today's context. With this note, I'm going to be conclude my part, and I wish all the best to all the research scholars and the presenter who are here. And I also say my thanks to the organizing committee to give an opportunity to me to render as a keynote speaker. Thank you one and all, and wish you all the best.
Hello. Thank you, sir, for your briefing the sessions and highlighting certain factors on sustainable development. Before going to commence the presentation by each one of the candidates, a few things I would like to share it here. Each one of the presenters will be given 7 minutes for the presentation and 3 minutes for the discussions. Any 3 or 4 questions will be allowed for the audience. You need to get it clarified by the presenters. And all the presenters who come over here for the presentation of your papers, kindly stick to your the methodology part and as well as the analysis and the findings and the suggestions. Don't read out the slides. Straight away you will be point out what the findings and the suggestions. With these few words, I once again welcome you all for this post-lunch session, technical session on general management and information technology. Now I call upon Shashanka BK. The paper is on social entrepreneurs. Dr. Kiran Kumar R. Bannigol. Dr. Mallika S. Kalidasa K. That would be help. Mark Madi Kotra, I can call them. You please, any one of you can volunteer and you can come and present. The meanwhile, the list will be get it updated. Yeah, please. Madam, we don't have any details about you. Kindly introduce about yourself and you start with the, go ahead.
Very good afternoon, one and all, on the dais and off the dais. My name is Vanajakshi C. Revediger. I am coming from Department of Commerce, Karnataka University, Dharwad. And I would like to present my paper on the topic called as Sustainable Practices and Rural Entrepreneurship. As my title is related to the main theme of the conference, but in brochure there was no sub-theme called as the rural entrepreneurship, but there was a note in the down that any theme related to sub-theme was allowed. That's why sustainable development practices and rural entrepreneurship, as this is my first presentation in the national conference, because I have chosen this topic as a research title. I will start my presentation. So the sustainable development as emerging, sustainable development, as you people know that it is an emerging issue where regarding this many conferences, workshops and awareness programs are created by the government or any of the institutions just to create awareness of goals. There are 17 sustainable development goals which are addendum to the Millennium Development Goals, which were introduced in the year 2000 and to be achieved by 2015. Soon after that, the sustainable development goals were introduced to be achieved by the end of the year 2030. And being an individual, you should have the responsibility to achieve the sustainable development goals. Besides individual, there are governments, non-government institutions, as well as any financial institutions or the academicians. Along with that, entrepreneurship, in that the rural entrepreneurship plays a vital role, because in rural area, we get a number of natural resources, where by utilizing those natural resources, a rural entrepreneur can come up with eco-friendly products which will contribute towards achieving the sustainable development goals. And my objectives of this particular study is to know the origin of the sustainable development goals, and the second objective is to identify the sustainable practices adopted by the rural entrepreneurs, and the third objective was to know the problems faced by the rural entrepreneurs while achieving the sustainable development practices. And I reviewed some articles regarding the sustainable development practices or rural entrepreneurship, and I came across that especially in Karnataka, there are no such studies had taken place, particularly on the sustainable development goals. Whatever the articles I have reviewed, these are all the foreign articles, and because of this reason, I have chosen this as my research topic and made a paper on it. And when it comes to the statement of the problem, as I have read the articles, there were no focusing regarding the sustainable practices. Sustainable practices are those practices which the rural entrepreneur can adopt in day-to-day activities, what they actually take. And I have mentioned here some of the sustainable practices where the rural entrepreneur can adopt, say for example, environmentally friendly products they can produce, and organic farming, organic catering business, recycling and waste management, environment consultant, sustainable fashion designing, sustainable tourism, which is taking more place nowadays, because if we want to protect our environment as the tourism development takes initiative, it will lead to the contribution of a sustainable development. And at the same time, in rural, they may face the problem of a paucity of funds, lack of education, and lack of awareness about the utilization of natural resources which are there in the rural area. Because in rural area, it may differ from region to region or resource to resources. Because even though there are abundant resources, they may not be having the awareness about the sustainable development goals. Because these are the findings. After identifying the sustainable practices adopted by the rural entrepreneurs, we found that rural entrepreneurs are blessed with some natural resources, but at the same time they were unaware about it, or even though they may be knowing about the sustainable development goals, they do not know how to take it further, how to achieve those goals. To be frank here, even I was not knowing much about the sustainable development goals. After writing the essay on this, I came to know about the more weightage of this particular concept, and at the same moment I thought that what about living in urban area? I got to know about this particular concept after going through some readings. But at the same time, if I think about the rural people, and they may not be aware about it, it is my suggestion to this particular paper that many initiatives should be taken to create awareness about the natural resources which are available in particular region, and at the same time it is the responsibility of the government or any of the non-government institutions to take some initiatives to conduct some awareness campaign programs regarding what is the sustainable development goals, how they should be achieved in their restricted to their particular area. This actually, the rural, any development of the nation will start from the rural. That's why the rural entrepreneurship will play a vital role in contributing towards the achievement of the sustainable development goals. And to conclude, as sustainable development goals are very large, it is having a period of 15 years. Already we have cost more than 50% of those years, and it is not optional, it is mandatory to be achieved within a stipulated period of time, and it is not done by any individual person or for their benefit. It is for the benefit of the nation and the society, and it is possible only with the help of cooperation and coordination from all the experts, or it is possible only by taking the initiative. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your wonderful presentation. I have few the clarification you cannot consider as a doubts. How many papers you have been reviewed for completion of this paper?
Yes.
Because I have certain doubts in my mind.
Okay, sir. Actually, as I have taken this as my research paper, sir, I have reviewed it. I have collected 23 articles, sir, but which are very much related to this particular sustainable practices, which are focused only on sustainable rural entrepreneurship. Those 4 I have included here, sir.
But the thing is here, what I have gone through your findings and the suggestions, you may not gone through the available literature. Why I am saying this means, because as you said, there are so many problems which you have encountered and listed there. Those are the problems which are not there at present situation in the present arena. Why? Because you might have seen about DICs, district industry centers, where in each one of these DICs they are taking care of the awareness program, creating the awareness program for the entrepreneurs, especially for the rural entrepreneurs where they are located. That's one thing. And the second thing you said about the marketing problems and other related problems, all of these are taken care by the what you call the exclusive certain statutory the bodies which are established by the central government and as well as the state government at the same time to cater to the requirements of the problems what the rural entrepreneurs and as well as others who are facing. That's, I think you're not considered that part, I think. Today is the what you might have gone through MSME and Ministry of the Finance. They are going to be providing so much of subsidies. They are pumping huge money. They're declaring the tax holidays, tax incentive, only to encourage the potential entrepreneurs to come forward to and establish their business. Kindly go through it once again.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Next, I will call upon ICDP. The paper is on problem solver for first sustainable development. Is there? ICDP.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aisiri, Department of MBA from KSOU. Along with my co-author Sachin, my paper is regarding digitalization of EMS industry using artificial intelligence and ChatGPT. So in the present era, all of you know that it's a study made on the artificial and intelligence and ChatGPT where we can implement in the EMS industry. So India is moving towards the economic it is an emerging country where the economy is growing in so fast that all the ministries are investing on the electronics manufacturing services sector. So in this sector, mainly we focus on the OEMs and the ODMs. So all the equipment what we design or all the designs what we manufacture for the EMS industry, for the electronic manufacturing facility, maybe all the mobiles and the devices what we use today, all the electronic gadgets has this green color board inside it, which is called as the PCB, printed circuit boards, and also the components what it involves to make it a functional electronic device. So to manufacture these boards and also those components requires very specific and a high intelligent robotics skill of manpower, where all these things are taken in consideration. So my study includes the introduction of artificial intelligence, introduction of ChatGPT, and combining both of them, how we can implement in the EMS industry. So when we come across this EMS industry, we can classify it as two mainly objectives. One is with respect to the PCB manufacturing and one with respect to the semiconductor devices which we manufacture. So PCB and semiconductor devices both come under the EMS sector, where huge chemicals are used, and also it involves a very basic minor handling technology from each skilled operator. And when it comes to the semiconductor manufacturing sector, it is done under the clean room. Clean room is where less than 1,000 particles are allowed inside a room, and the chips manufactured, the ICs, the capacitors, the resistors, whatever we manufacture. So all this requires a high-end technology where the skills and also the robotic influence is there, where we cannot see the minute particle that are designed onto the ICs. One IC consists of more than 1,000, 10,000s of transistors embedded in it. So all this manufacturing unit requires high-end application. So the intervention of human or the skilled operator not only enhances the error occurring during the manufacturing of these components or any PCBs, also it is very difficult to analyze a problem when there is a problem occurred. All these devices what we manufacture will go to the automobile sector, will go to the medical sector, will go to the space sector where the high-end application is made. So when the failure of the device is happening or the failure of the automotive is happening, maybe somebody will meet with an accident, somebody will not get the communication suddenly. Yesterday we ran out of this WhatsApp and Facebook, slow in the network, because all of this involves all these types of technology. So using ChatGPT and AI, artificial intelligence automatically takes it up, revises the study like the human mind, then implements it without the intervention of human. So also the ChatGPT, if the operator is working, a new operator is put into the manufacturing industry and he doesn't know what is going on in that sector, and it is a very minute or micro managing sector. So there he can use this ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is mainly involves over the pre-trained transformer. So a person can type whatever he needs it, then upload it to the equipment, and then get the output in a very fast manner and with less error. So even if the problem is happening, then with the help of this machine learning. So machine learning involves 3 layers: input layer and the multi-layer networking and the output. So in the multi-layer networking, whatever the root cause analysis is done will be taken up by the 3 different types of AI types. So weak AI, strong AI, and the AI generative models. So these weak AI and strong AI are for the middle management level application, where the operators are the basic ITI or diploma candidate is working in the industry is operating onto it. And the generative models are onto this semiconductor devices, where the small chip, inside the small chip, there will be a small lines or threads of gold fingers, which requires very minute manufacturing technology. So these generative models will, with very micromanagement and with more accurate signals, it will manufacture the devices with less period of time and with less errors. And this generative AI models focuses on all this aspect of different justifiable, explainable, monitorable, reproducible, secure, human-centered, and unbiased of a product. It may be a PCB or it may be any semiconductor device. Because of this, we can have a good detailed product where we can analyze the data. Even if the problem is occurred, we can call back the product, what has happened to it, we can decode the data, and then we can give it the same back to the machine. We can teach the machine, or the operator can just type it, or the person who is working in the shop floor can just type that what is happening in his manufacturing unit, and then get the desired output, what has happened. So it also includes, even during the production time, there will be like a machine breakdown, there will
Madam,
be...
please can you go for summing up your paper, because there is a paucity of the time.
Okay.
There are other presenters.
So the ChatGPT uses this technology or the logarithm, where the problem occurred or the study what is made earlier can be entered by a normal person and get the output as it is required, as with respect to the specification of the product. And these are some of the EMS industry process where it is lengthy. We can see that in how n number of processes are involved, and how every process involves a man skill power here. So introduction of this AI and ChatGPT will ease the problem solving methodology for a person, by where this AI and ChatGPT involves all these 7 QC tools. So using these 7 QC tools, the person is able to analyze the problem with identify, design, analyze, and testing. So he can also experiment new things using these logarithms. And also these are the benefits of using this AI and ChatGPT over a period of time in the upcoming industrial revolution. So Industry 5.0 mainly focuses on the human-centric, and 4.0 focuses on digitalization. The combination of digitalization and human-centric will provide a better EMS industry for the booming electronic industry in India. So this is the conclusion drawn from this from the study.
SDG. How they are connected to SDG?
Yeah, so how it is connected to sustainable development is, if a problem is previously known to a person, then he can address it in a very mere of time. And for solving a problem, a person requires or a machine to be shut down, or pre-skilled operator. Before it was like only human, we have to depend upon a very skilled operator to analyze the problem. But for this, even the person working in different sector can come and just go through the machine, enter whatever it is required in the chat GPT. He will get that logarithm. He can understand this and he can be able to get the output. So this is like a multitasking, multi-skilling, and this will help the organization for the sustainable development.
No, in common perspective, what I feel, there is no need of ChatGPT to give input and get the output. We know very well reducing the carbon or over planting of trees, we can avoid the carbon, and thereby we are going to be contributing towards the sustainable development. Then what would be the relevance of ChatGPT into the SDG? That is what sir question, I think.
This is with respect to the machine breakdown or whatever the person is working in the industry. Here it requires some skilled operator to look into the machine, go learn that logarithm and then work it. If already if he enters something which he is not knowing, with the help of artificial intelligence, the knowledge of that logarithm can be brought in, then analyzed with respect whatever the problem associated in the machine, then he can solve it very easily. Thank you.
Next, I will call upon Dr. Tejaswini KC. Tejaswini KC. Okay. Next. Unnati Halwai. The title of the paper is From Profit to Purpose, a Deep Dive into Corporate Social Responsibility.
So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aishwarya Shivanand Appaji, and with the co-author Unnati S. Alvai, we are MCOM first year students from KD Society's Lingaraj College of Commerce, Belgavi. So the title of our paper is From Profit to Purpose, a deep dive into corporate social responsibility. I would like to start it with a Sanskrit mantra saying, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, which says ki universal happiness and the prosperity, which is a core value that we find in Indian culture and tradition. Now let's just get back to the days when we had a kings ruling the state, where they made sure king used to take care of its citizens, be it the weaker section of the society or the deceased family of the soldiers. So when we go through the history, we find it that helping the needy, sharing the resources in our various cultures. So let's just come back to today, wherein the historical practice of sharing resources and helping the less fortunate resemblance with the modern CSR that we are seeing, wherein the businesses feel that it is their integrate role to contribute to welfare of the society. So these are the contents that we'll be going through today. Okay, sir. So the objective of the paper is to understand the applicability of CSR provisions in India, and also to explore how the unspent amount of CR is treated, and also to understand why do we need CSR, After that, we will be seeing how CSR benefits both society as well as the business. Then we'll be understanding why it was made mandatory in India. After that, most importantly, we will be seeing the role that we individual play as in the society, that is the individual social responsibility. The paper that I have created is basically based on the secondary data. So can I go through the applicability? So after going through many papers, wherein I got to know that the CSR, which is we call corporate social responsibility in these days, was practiced in India in various cultures from earlier. So, and since let's just get to the basics, that is, business operates in a society wherein using the resources, people, money, as well as the place. So when business operates in a place, it has its own responsibility to fulfill towards the people, the employees that they work for the business, as well as the resources that the business use. So I feel, and when I went through the paper, I got to know that it's not just a sole responsibility of the businesses to do their or contribute their share. We as an individual staying in the society, we also have a certain role to play and share or contribute to the welfare of the society. And CSR is basically incomplete without the individual social responsibility. I would like to conclude saying that CSR is not just a choice, it is the necessity in today's interconnected world. And all the contribution that is made by the companies as well as the individuals as we is like a cumulative efforts towards making a better world. Thank you.
Okay, Aishwarya.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's a very good, decent topic. Okay, I appreciate for the topic which you have chosen. But don't you think that the people already involved to do the social responsibility, they are already committed? So you can take an example of the Indian population of 146 crore. So out of which, don't you think that there is a 1% of the people, they are already initiated that?
So I do agree. We do have a large population, but then 1% is not enough, I feel, because there I can find a lot of ignorance even within the educated people. Be it a small activity wherein people just be ignorant, saying ki, that they'll take care, why we should worry. There are many people, why we should worry, and they just ignore the things and go on in life. They are just worried about their personal life rather than thinking about the broader perspective which will benefit the society.
Okay, one more.
Yes, sir.
Please carry on, please. As you said, the unspent amount of CSR, what will be the accounting treatment of unspent CSR?
So, can I, sir?
Please.
So suppose a company calculates its CSR amount as 300 crores. And it has a project in its mind, a company has a project in its mind, and for that project they need 250 crores. And the balance 50 crores they can deposit to the certain specified funds that the government has initiated, wherein those funds will be used by the government for the programs that they have come up with. And the 250 crores that the business has decided to do with the project that they have come up with, and suppose they have certain amount that is left within the 250, for example 20 crores, those amount they can transfer it to a certain account called unspent social responsibility account that should be created in a scheduled bank, any scheduled bank, and within 30 days from the end of the financial year. Now the task for the business is to make sure that they spend the amount within 3 financial years from the date of transfer. If it is not spent on the CSR activities, then again they need to transfer those funds, that is the 20 crores, to the specified government funds within 30 days from the end of the 3 financial years. So basically, end of the day, if you don't use it, government will make sure that they use it in a way.
My question is, what would be the accounting treatment? Can you kept it under reserves and surplus, or where you are going to be shown in the balance sheet?
A balance sheet that is CSR. So I feel it is under liabilities, so maybe I'm wrong, but then I don't know, sir.
Okay. Nothing, don't worry. Okay, please. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
We have the next presenter, Dr. Jagadish S. Talwar. The title of the paper is Role of Corporate Social Responsibility.
Not Girish, Jagdish. Good afternoon, sir. My research article. Yes. Role of corporate social responsibility to the development of Indian economy. Just I have to make the only one table, only particular. Already discussion about the CSR lasted 1 day and 2 days back. Already so many persons they have to discussion. First we have to take the abstract. Introduction part. Yes. No. You have skipped. Abstract you have to. No. Objectives. Yeah, okay, no problem. Only we have to prepare the two objectives. Only we have to prepare the only two objectives, sir. The corporate social responsibility. First one objective is examine the sustainable development in India, analyzing the state-wise expenditure. The corporate social responsibility, we have to make the totally one table for all over India. Which expenditure, which state they have to prepare the highest expenditure by the government, which state they have to prepare the corporate social responsibility to the least of the expenditure of the government. Sir, you have to go to the table. One table is there. Yeah. This table prepare only the corporate social responsibility. It should be provided the highest corporate social responsibility prepared to the Maharashtra as well as Karnataka. The maximum spent expenditure made on the corporate social responsibility, only these states they have to make the highest expenditure to take by the government of Karnataka as well as government of Maharashtra. The least of expenditure made by the Lehak and Ladakh, they will not any expenditure made by the government till today. We have to search the 5 years article publication for so many papers I have to search. Ladakh and Leh, they will not any single paisa expenditure made by the government. That is one of the least of the expenditure made by the government. Another one is Sikkim is there. Only 7% they have to make the 5-year study. 7% they have to make the only 14% of expenditure they have to prepared by the central government as well as state government. We have to make the findings, especially in findings, the corporate social responsibility only they have to make the depend upon political leader. They will take the interest of the political leader. They have to take the development of the corporate social responsibility. Otherwise, they will make any single paisa, they will maintain the corporate social responsibility. Okay, next one. You have to take, yeah. This is the one of the, you have to make the T-square test. You have to take the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means you have to make the evaluation of 0. You have to take the square test. Usually is going on corporate social responsibility. It is going on a minus figure. It is going on minus figure. Automatically it should be shows that there is no interest of corporate social responsibility. Some of the following, some of the states. Okay. This is the, you have to take next one. Conclusion part, it should be essential. It is already we have to make the 5-year survey. Some of the states they have to prepare the corporate social responsibility. Another some of the states they have to ignore of the corporate social responsibility. Sorry, thank you for giving an opportunity. Is there any?
I have one question.
Yes.
Where, as you said, where the state governments or the central government, they look after, it depends on the politicians who are involved in that. But can you able to distinguish that how the activities are differ from state to state? Have you done any kind of study?
Yeah, sir, interest of the political leader, they have to make the maintain the very, especially in the this corporate social responsibility. Some of the high knowledge, experienced person, they will not take the serious about the CSR. Some person they have to take, but some political leader they have to involve, they will not take the care of that.
Sir, you are telling very easily. Some of them they will take it very serious, and some of them very lethargic like that. But government of India, they made it mandatory.
Yeah.
Every company they should spend, right, whatever the percentage of the out of the profit they are going to be keep aside as a CSR fund. It is mandatory on the part of the company
yeah.
to spend it.
Yes, mandatory,
Otherwise,
sir.
as the earlier presenter, she rightly pointed out that it has to be transferred to the government the
Mandatory, sir,
identified.
but depend upon their interest, they have to take the care.
No, it is not the interest. It is mandated by the government. They need to spend it.
Yes.
Otherwise, they have to be the transferred, the keep it reserve and transferred to the government identified schemes.
Some of the scheme it is going on smoothly, sir, but some schemes are going on.
Any other
sir.
questions from the audience? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
The next presenter is Girish TR. The title of the topic is A Study of CSR Initiatives Undertaken by Indian Corporates with Special Reference to Infosys.
A very good afternoon to everybody present here, to the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I'm Girish, Assistant Professor from Government First Grade College, Gunlupet. So today I'd be presenting a paper on the CSR initiatives taken by the Indian corporates with a special reference to Infosys company. So CSR was earlier an optional activity for the business, but of late, after the introduction of Companies Act of 2013, as sir was saying, it has made mandatory that they spend 2% of their net profit towards the corporate social responsibility activities. So let us, if we trace back, India is a philanthropistic nation where we often believe in such things where we don't concentrate only on ours, we try to help the others who are unprivileged or who are poor in nature. We concentrate on such things as well. So this philanthropic nature of the Indians have influenced the business companies as well. So the objectives of the study is to understand the origin of the CSR, the motives of the CSR and the CSR activities of Infosys company. So it is an exploratory. See, if we trace back to the origin of CSR, the concept of CSR has been recognized in the latest decades. Its core idea can be traced through history. So in the history, we have come across in the 18th century, where employers realized the value of having an efficient workforce and that a lack of food, housing, and healthcare had a negative effect on the workforce. So their personal, whatever the shortages were there, that were affecting their work life as well. So if in India, if we trace back the history of CSR, we can see that the idea was also supported by several religions, where it has been intervened that with religious laws, zakat, followed by Islam, is 2% donations from one's earning, which is specifically given to the poor and disadvantaged. Similarly, Hinduism follows the principle of Dharmada and Sikhs follows Dashan. So whatever the earlier religious concepts we had, that we can say CSR is an improved or a fine-toned version of those things. The early pioneers of Indian industries were Tatas, Birlas, the Bajaj. We have come across during the corona pandemic, where many business companies, tycoons we could say, like the Tata groups or the Infosys, they have made an n number of CSR activities during the pandemic. So these are the motives behind the corporate social responsibility of activities of any business companies. So if we see the CSR initiatives of Infosys company in particular, they can be divided into, they come under the following heads, 5 heads, that is healthcare, education, art and culture, destitute care, environmental contribution, and rural development or the community development. So these are the healthcare initiatives taken by the Infosys company as part of their CSR, where we can see that the Infosys, since its inception, there is a Infosys Foundation which will take care of all the CSR activities of the company. Since its inception in 1996, the foundation has funded healthcare projects involving the constructions of hospital wards, rest houses, buying of medical equipments, transport vehicles, sponsoring medicines, and organizing health camps across both remote areas and as well as the urban areas of India. And during the COVID pandemic also, we have come across where Infosys Foundation has contributed many beds as well as the oxygens during the pandemic. And coming to the art and culture, the foundation identifies and promotes underprivileged artists who do not have an access to promote. So where there could be many art and culture which is not aware of, which is not popular of. So in such cases, the Infosys Foundation will provide the promotions required to them and also the financial support to such artists. The destitute care, this support and vocational training helped the destitute to live with dignity and earn a livelihood. So there we can see the company's destitute care program has provided food, shelter, and other essential services to over 10,000 destitute people and around 50 old age homes and 5,000 elderly people without families and support systems. And many orphanages, hundreds of orphanages have been maintained by the Infosys company. And coming to the rural development, these are the rural development activities that the Infosys company has come across. The foundation works with local administration across the country to achieving the community development goals. And finally, I would like to conclude. So there we can see Infosys has been ranked number 11 in the Fortune's Change of the World list, lauded for its environmental, social governance, and CSR initiatives. So see, the Infosys company has come across with a number of CSR activities, helping the various underprivileged sections of the society by sharing their earnings with those who are in need. Thank you, Arun.
Are you aware of recent amendments which took place after the enactment of Companies Act 2013 towards implementation of CSR and spending of CSR? Have you aware of recent amendments took place to a CSR?
Sir, I'm not aware of the recent amendment, sir, but I have the 2% of the net profits has to be given.
That is there in the after the enactment of Companies Act 2013. Later, a few amendments were made for the spending of a CSR amount.
No, sir.
It's okay.
Actually, being a research scholar, you must need to, being a researcher, you must need to go through in depth about those amendments, because it is most essential from the today's context. I have one curiosity about this, because you have mentioned Infosys has reported 11th Fortune list. So can you name the few company which is betterly working and contributing in India for CSR?
Sir, Tata Group.
Yeah, Tata. Any few?
Is Reliance part of it, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Girish. I think the presentation is over. Whatever the presenters is marked here. Still, there are any presenters, so you please come over here and introduce about yourself and your topic, and you can start.
We still have more presenters. I will invite Chandrakala to come and make the presentation.
Good afternoon, one and all, present over here. My topic relating to the Sustainable Development Goals 3, because so far from day 1 and day 2 sessions, we have concentrated with the 17 SDGs, and mine have taken with the topic of SDG 3 relating to care part, as healthcare is very much important in order to ensure the health and healthy related to all age group. So concentrating to that, everyone should have a healthy lives, not to economically grow for the country part. So first, my concentration towards the objective. So objective to my project is relating to, before that, let me talk up with the title. So the title is Exploring the Supply Chain Management Efficiency in the Bangalore Urban District relating to the public healthcare system. Exploring the supply chain management efficiency in the Bangalore Urban District public healthcare system. So first, 3 objectives have taken in my pilot study relating to my research. So to assess the current supply chain process in the essential medicines, as essential medicine in a day-to-day life, it's very much needed in order to be healthy. To identify the bottlenecks and inefficiency in accessibility and quality care, and to evaluate the resource utilization and allocations in the public healthcare center. These are the 3 objectives which I focused, and concentrating towards the 3 objectives has separated my idea based on the PHC level as well as at the patient's feedback level. So relating to that, my methodology has taken up a cross-sectional study design conducted at the primary healthcare centers by using the cluster sampling method with 4 different regions of Bangalore Urban District, which can cover the area of north, south, east, and west regions. The primary data collection methods involved in conducting in-depth interviews with the medical officers, pharmacists, patients, local medical shops, warehouse managers, procurement officers, manufacturing unit, and using a semi-structured questionnaire. In this study, mainly have focused with the supply chain efficiency relating to the PHC level and relating to the patient feedback mechanism. So first, in the PHC level, I have focused based on 7 parameters: inventory management, ordering and procurement, storage condition, distribution system, data management, training and education, quality assurance, lead time, and cost effectiveness. And when it comes to the patient's level, I have concentrated with the cleanliness and comfort, what they feel in the PHC level. Later, the accessibility, staff courtesy, communication, information, and education, waiting time, quality of care. So this is under the PHC level, the factors which I concentrated. Next, with the patient's level. So these are the 6 components which I focused. As by the result study, the findings has taken up with these factors. Okay. So here we can see in this table, out of 9 parameters, lead time, cost effectiveness, and the storage to the 60 to 80% of the criteria based on organization population. Still it's lagging in the inefficiency, and there are many bottlenecks which has to be concentrated. So by initiating with So with the patient's feedback and mechanism, IEC, Information, Education and Communication, there they are lagging because they don't have a proper color printer. It's a black and white printing. Whatever they want to create an awareness in the public health case, they're failing because they don't have a proper resource of color printing part which they can display and they can go with the outreach activities. So they are lagging, and then comes to the waiting time. So waiting time is more, almost average, on an average half an hour they have to wait to get a treatment because either with the medical officer's time constraint, he'll be either half an hour late, and rush up with the patients in the hospital will be more. Nowadays, based on the NCD's, cases are more in number compared to the community. So they want, and even the price of the medicines are higher at. So following with this, NCD cases are more in number. They want to get regular checkups as well as medications part. So in this regard, the next patient feedback is the cleanliness part is good. Accessibility part, again, they are lagging. So accessibility part means they don't have at the peak times, the buses are okay. And meanwhile, other than the peak times, the buses are less. They're not able to reach to the public healthcare centers. Whenever they have an emergency part, they have to depend on the own vehicle, or they have to hire the vehicle in these cases. And maximum people who visit the primary healthcare centers are with a low income level. So they're not able to afford with a private vehicle or their own vehicles because of the cost affordability. So in this regard, the accessibility part is failed in the supply chain management. So quality care and the staff courtesy is good. They have, even the shortage of staffs have seen in the PHCs, but the courtesy, what they show, the kindness, what they treat, and even the cleanliness, what they maintain is good. They have a water, pure water, and the sanitation part is good. It's hygiene, it's maintained well.
Yes, you go for the conclusion, madam. Time
Yes,
is
sir.
running short.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So in conclusion, I want to take upon the PHC storage conditions and the distribution system, lead time, cost effectiveness, accessibility, IEC and waiting time are below 60%. In ordering and procurement, data management, quality assurance, inventory management, cleanliness are between 60 to 80% range. The supply chain efficiency of 80 to 90% is found only in training and education system. I wanted the rest all parameters to be in this part, at least to make a good supply chain relating to the public healthcare system, as it's very much needed in the present system.
Okay, good
So
presentation.
finally, the digital upgradation is required, but they failed in the digital upgradation with the Aushadha portal, what they have been taken up. It's not covered completely the statistical part of overview in the Aushadha software portal. So that has to be upgraded. And the storage system, storage condition also should be expanded in the PHC level. That again, it's failed. In order to maintain the potency of the medication, it's really required because they have a stock of the vaccine and all this related part with essential medicine.
I have few clarification.
Yes,
I
sir.
seek few clarification from your end. Your topic is on exploring the
Exploring.
supply chain management efficiency in the Bangalore urban
Yes, sir.
district. That is the PHC and all.
Yes, sir.
My question is, why you are focusing towards the patients as your respondent, the first point. And the second point is, it is purely technical aspect, what the patients they are knowing about the supply chain, the second aspect. And the third thing is, you are talking with the patients about the cleanliness and hygienity and those factors,
Yes,
how it will be correlated or related to your supply chain management.
Yes, sir. Because the maximum, the customers' needs and value should be taken up in the supply chain. So my focus is with the patient's feedback mechanism based on the cleanliness, accessibility, and all these factors, because they are the main customers who take the primary health case.
No. My question is very simple.
Yes.
You are dealing with the supply chain management. In what way it will be connected with the patients? The first question.
Yes, sir.
Second question is, still if it is connected with the supply chain management, You're getting the feedback from them regarding the cleanliness and hygienity, those factors. How it will be correlated to your study?
Because efficiency is nothing but doing the things in most economical way, no sir. So the ratio between the input and output has to be matched in the maximum extent.
Uh, okay, madam. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned that in the previous table where the accessibility is less PHC, less than 75.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So at that time, what is your insight regarding to the accessibility? Where they are wrong? What is the reason?
Other
Cause.
than the peak times, the bus facility is lesser. That has to be improved, and they have to give the. No, sir. I have seen in the east part of the Bangalore. It's in the means in almost in the extreme end of the Bangalore part. So the traveling relating to the transportation past is very difficult.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Next, Sahana. Sahana. Because only the names are given over here, I could not able to spell
Who are
out or
ready,
read out
they
the
can come
topic.
for presentation.
Next, Agamya. Kindly highlight your topic and you start.
Check, hello. Check, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. My respect in regards to the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. This is Agamya Rubin from MITM and student pursuing MBA. So my topic is on the marketing paper, that is in study of innovative marketing and its strategy for sustainable development of the business, which is scheduled for the morning and rescheduled in the afternoon. And my co-author is Dr. Bharat Kumar KK and professor from Department of Management Sciences, MITM. So coming to the introduction of my topic, so first to be known about the innovation, or innovative market. So it is in process of successful implementation of new ideas and creating and value for your customers. So innovative market is about the data where it tells about the customer behavior, about their interactions, about their feedbacks, about how in target market is to be specific with regards to in commodity and in services. So major elements in the innovation or innovative is that how you position your brand, the social media marketing, the retaining of your customer, the adjusting of the price, or exploring the different markets or the 4 Ps that is involved. So sustainable market is nothing but it is, it is involvement of 4 elements, that is human, social, economic, and environment, which we have already discussed since yesterday and also this morning panel discussion. So this is a way of promoting your product and services that minimizes your negativity in the environment and your societal impacts. So development can be creating better strategies such as, the strategies emphasis towards your product, service, promotion, distribution channels, your prices, or the place. So objective of my study is that to learn the major concept of sustainability of in business in the current market, to know the collective principles of
and also to recognize the important strategies that is necessary to be innovative and to sustain in the market for a longer period of time. So, sustainability, as per the discussion, we know that sustainability is regards to the changes that is required in a business. Sustainability, it can be towards your environment, it can be towards your economic requirements, or also can be the better practices that can happen. So my study is basically completely on the secondary data, refer to various articles on sustainability and innovation marketing practices, different websites, and also of the companies. So when you just take it generally about sustainability, what is the thing that all the businesses are being followed is that they say, eco-friendly, recyclable, like Nike, they work on their recyclable things, and, the McDonald's work on reducing their deforestations, and Burger King says that, the environmental footprint that they want to reduce, and this Kellogg say that they produce in products which are not into the greenhouse effect gas and all that. So coming to the concept and advantages and strategies, in the innovation marketing, there are few highlighted points that I've put on the social media, educational content, adjust your price, explore new geography, and virtual reality and product demonstration. So what happens in the innovative is that invention is something you do it for a very first time, and innovation happens on the invention. So innovativeness is majorly, playing its role with the specific, implementations of these points.
Madam, kindly go through your findings because of time is running short.
Yes. So when I have to talk about sustainability, then the major thing that is playing today role is that the AR, augmented reality experience. You all know how the new applications that is being there, or your online platforms that they are using this, AR into their sustainability process. So the result and conclusion, if I have to talk on my study, is that, managing risk cautiously, and it is very irrelevable. So risk is not something you can guess in prior, but risk is something which is uncertain. And incorporating the environmental, social, and economic goals into planning. As the 4 sectors of the sustainability says, you have to work on your economic and social goals, and you have to put it into a planning process. And consideration for the future equity, that is nothing but if you have to sustain in the market for a longer period of time, what is actually necessary is that you work on your innovations, and with that you know the requirement that is there for the future generation, the need that is there for the future generation. And you also have to work on the constant progress on keeping or not losing your natural resources and human resources along, and the sensitivity of global effect and to best practices. So you implicate the best practices in your business. That is where it is helping sustainability and have the innovations. So coming to the conclusion, along with the sustainability and innovation, I would just say that sustainability development, it is not just an one-time implication, it is a process that to happen in a business. And regards to the consumer, you know the value of a consumer, you retain your consumer. Along with that, you identify the needs and necessity that is there in the consumer for the oriented of your future generation. And with regards to innovative market elements, creating value for your customer and successfully implementing the new technological or any sustainability to your business can help you in sustaining for a longer period of time in the business and the market. Thank you. Thank you.
Pramod. Pramod. Pramod.
Good afternoon, everyone, respected dignitaries and friends. So, my topic is on the evaluation and improvement of self. I need to check whether the assessment tool or assessment program will improve the safety and quality aspects in rural health hospitals. The safety measures and measures mainly include infection control, administration of medication, patient identification, emergency preparedness, etc. The quality measures focus toward monitoring clinical outcomes, evidence-based clinical guidelines, medical prevention of medical errors, health and health associated infections and continuous quality improvement. Objectives are to evaluate healthcare safety and quality using a self-assessment program for the institutions to evaluate the impact of self-assessment program on adherence to safety and quality protocols. So methodology, the study entails gathering primary data through structured self-assessment forms, employing scoring technique for each construct of safety and quality measures. Direct observation of these practices and interview of around 50 staff at KBG Medical College and Hospital, Chile was conducted. 15 measurement elements in which safety and quality were used and another analysis was used. The main findings out of 15 measurement elements
related to safety, 12 were positive and 3 were negative. In quality, out of 15, 7 were positive and 8 were negative. So the the significant results are baseline assessment, then identification of priority areas, adherence to clinical protocols, reduction in medical errors, improvement in patient outcomes, and staff engagement and participation. So this can be used in similar institutions, rural institutions, to assess and also to check whether it is adhered to, whether the protocols are adhered to. Thank you.
Raghavendra. Next, Sachin.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sachin Vemurthy. I am doing my MBA. I am also a senior engineer maintenance working in PCB industry in Mysore. So first of all, I thank each and every one of you who are sitting here and giving an opportunity for sustainable development and innovative management practices. My topic is A3 problem solver for sustainable development. So we have heard from past 2 days stating that we have to reduce, we have to reuse, and we have to recycle. So my point here is to reduce the waste, and to optimize.
Just a minute, Sachin. Sorry for the interruption. I think both the topics are same. A3.
There is a mix-up actually. My topic is A3 problem solver, and her topic was about AI.
Yeah. Okay, you please concentrate on how your paper is unique than her. Only that uniqueness you try to concentrate because of the paucity of the time.
Understood. So basically, what we have tried to do here is this one. Okay, with less wasting time. So the lean mindset is to reduce the waste. So the main wastes are material. Use less material, use less machineries, use less time, less manpower, less space, and less money, but maintain the same productivity or improve the productivity. Okay. So a basic methodology is that in an industry we have seen how we define a problem and what conclusion we come in and what actions we are taking. There won't be usually some links. So what we have tried to do is put everything in a single sheet, and so that the top management as well as the operator comes to know what is happening, and it actually helps in various step-by-step improvement in utilization. For example, this is a case study, my own case study. We had taken 3 equipment which is used in the department with all age criteria than 9 years. One is 10 to 19 years, and one more is than 20 years. And we basically wanted to improve the utilization by continuous improvement process-oriented knowledge. So this is the basic agenda, and how we did it and all is we used 7 QC tools. So we had used 7QC tool to concentrate on what we have to concentrate on, cause and effect matrix to evaluate what relation, what is, there is no relationship, etc. So ultimately this A3 report just looks like this. It is a single sheet of paper, basically like A4 and A3 is like 11 inch cross 19 inch paper, that's all. So we start and we end. We know it can be used for any application for that matter. For example, how do I restrict travel of the trucks in this thing, the supply chain management. So that can be analyzed, we can collect the data. This whole agenda is like we concentrate each and everything, and a person who is looking at it knows each and every topic what he has to deal with. So ultimately it would be like, in here we can see that I have used Ishikawa, and significant relations has been linked, and we have come to a conclusion, and we see what is the pros, we can see that there is a significant improvement in the utilization of the machine. So basically we effectively use the if I am doing the same for 20 machines, it is equivalent to 2 machines. So basically I have added 2 machines with a limited resource. So this is how we try to participate in sustainable development. So in our day-to-day activity. So this is basic conclusions.
Sachin?
Yes.
I think you have done the Ishikawa fishbone diagram. So where in that, so don't you think most of majority of the company to bring more quality efficiency, they are already getting to the fishbone to check out their cause and effect. So they can easily draw on that without having a A3 report. How your studies make more relevance towards present context?
Okay. For example, if there is an issue, what we start with is we usually say a well-defined problem is a problem half solved. So sometimes we struggle to define a specific problem. We have to collect the data. We have to show and correlate, try to correlate with a number of variables and try to put it in this format. So that what this actually helps to do is to structure the thinking and the actions based it can be like what you said, Ishikawa can be drawn for the cause, it can be drawn for the effect. So usually what happens is, for me, what specific problem I have to encounter is, again, I have the data there. For example, I see top 3 contributing factors contribute to 80% of the problems. So I have to only concentrate on those. Sometimes we don't know what to concentrate on. So this also helps us to showcase what to concentrate on and how to concentrate, and it also helps us to evaluate after the implementations, what are the results that we are getting. All those things can be tabulated. So this is an added advantage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sachin. Next.
Okay. Okay. Reduction of effective utilization of an equipment, effective utilization of manpower, organizational behavior, how communication helps, it from my perspective, in my industry, it is really difficult. An engineer who is interacting with the top management, an engineer who has to communicate with the operator, it is really not so easy, to transfer all the happenings. So my point here is effective communication can be a key factor for sustainable development, as well as for any utilization, availability, improvement point of view. So basically, MBA has guided to link this, to link a gap and to bridge between the top management with the level of operators like blue collar employees, and basically we know that white collar employees' job is to minimize the non-effective time, and the blue collar scholar is to minimize whatever is not productive, non-productive.
Okay, Sachin, thank you. Thank you. Next, Mr. Vijay Kumar.
Good afternoon. To on the dais dignitaries and off the dais dignitaries. I am Dr. N. Vijay Kumar. My topic is relating to issues. Sir. Top. Sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Once again, very good afternoon to one and all. My topic relating to issues and challenges of sustainable development goals in India. So the concept of sustainable development was introduced by Butherland report in 1987. Now the 2015, the 17 SDGs are and 169 target are part of a transformative agenda in 2013. The India also a member of countries. India ranked in 2023 112 out of 162 index. Okay, sir. Regarding the objectives of study, to study the concept of sustainable development and to examine the issues and challenges, implementation of sustainable development goals and how the government to know the government steps towards achieve the sustainable development goals in India. Sir, the table. So regarding this table, the Finland, Denmark continuously showing their rank in SDG, first place, second place. Within 20, the West European countries are occupy their place. In India, in 2019, they ranked in 115. In 2023, ranked in 112. In past 15 years, we place only again two steps only. So what are the challenges in India to implementing the SDGs? First again, the financial challenges and also the research challenges, the cultural challenges, the social challenges and political challenges. These are all the challenges for implementing the SDGs. So we in India implementing so many programs for improvement of sustainable development goals. For example, the Digital India, the Pragati Platform, the Right to Information Act, National Solar Mission, National Mission for Sustainable Habitat, Smart City Missions, Atal Mission for Regeneration and Urban Transformation, Heritage City Development, so many, and also the Saptak Saath, Sapta Vikas for collective effort and inclusive growth for achieving the sustainable goals in India. Thank you, sir.
Next, the last presenter, Girish. No, one more Girish, they said. Girish. Time is already running short. You please take the 3 minutes for presentations. It has restricted to 3 minutes. Sorry for cut downing the time.
Yeah, it's okay. Before starting my presentation, I would like to take permission from the dignitaries that I would like to present a descriptive paper on my topic. It's not a research paper. Namaste and good afternoon to one and all. I'm Kalpana BS, academician from Davangere University. And my co-author is Pradeep BS, Assistant Professor, Department of Studies in Social Work, Davangere University. And title of my study is Corporate Social Responsibility in Sustainable Community Development, a Social Work Perspective. Being a social work professional, I just take this opportunity to look into the sustainable development community through the corporate social responsibility by incorporating social work and its curriculum for the implementation of CSR programs for the sustainable community development. Even though the corporate social responsibility, sustainable community development, and social work, the words are different, but the goals, the objectives they have, and the principles all are similar towards building the sustainable community. And okay, sorry. Which? Sorry. It's not working. It's okay, sir. I have a copy of my PPT. Yeah, okay, fine. As I mentioned, I belong to the social work profession. It's important to mention the definition of social work before concluding my presentation. The social work is a practice-based profession that promotes social change, development, cohesion, and the empowerment of people and communities. Social work involves the understanding of human development, behavior, and socio-economic and cultural institutions and interactions. In social work, we train the students to work with the individual. We call it as a social casework, and we train them to work with the group. We call it as a social group work, and even they work within the community. We call it as a community organization. Even our students are specialized in social work research, administration, and social action. And even we have a specialization in social work, social development, medical and psychiatric social. Stressing about my social work curriculum is, my topic is mostly concentrated on how to incorporate the social work curriculum into implementation of CSR programs. So here, overview on CSR policy. Sir, in last presentation, sir asked about the recent amendments on CSR. The Companies Act 2013 provides a CSR under Section 135. Thus, it is mandatory for every organization covered under Section 135 to agree with the CSR provisions in India. CSR is mandatory if a company, it may be a private sector or it may be a public sector, meets any of the following criteria. Like, the organization must have a net worth of 500 crore or more, or it should have a turnover of 1000 crore or more, or net profit of 5 crore or more during any financial year. To tell is, if you want to implement the CSR programs, actually we are competitors with the management students. Only where we lack is, we lack in the communication. Our MSW students. No, sir, I'm speaking here on behalf of my students. Thank you so much.
The next presenter is Jainam and Kushi. You take 3 minutes, the time is already running short.
Good afternoon everybody, myself Jainam M. Jain and she is my co-author Kushi D. Jain. We are from first sem BBA Davangere, Jain Trinity Business School Davangere. So we have selected the topic artificial intelligence. So in the hawk of globalization, it has become very necessary to reduce the workload of the people. So to reduce the workload of the people, it is necessary to maintain the excellency in the work. So AI is that thing which can achieve this. So with this I would like to introduce my topic, artificial intelligence. artificial intelligence is the ability of the computer. So there are generally two types of AI, weak AI and strong AI. Weak AI is only limited for the things we say, and the strong AI is that it has the capability of comparing with human activities. So these are the different types of chat tools.
Augmented reality, market size. According to the statistic, worldwide worldwide AR market approximated to $70.01 million. In order to improve the experience through intelligent personalization and context awareness capability, AR is AI powered augmented reality apps perceive and adjust according to the as the many industries number of industries are growing, including gaming, education, healthcare. The AI is changing. The AI is helping to change with AR. Next, market size. According to the statistic, it is estimated that the global aluminum market will be approximately to $70.01 billion. Grand View Research. According to the Grand View Research, the global aluminum market has estimated the worth of $39.9 billion by 2028. How?
So for conclusion, I would like to say that as everybody here, we have the thought that AI will overtake us. But this is not true. Does we all want to work under AI? No, we don't want to receive orders from AI. So AI has good positive things and negative things. But the use of AI should be made in such a way that we have positive effect and the AI does not rule us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, we have come to end of the session. So around dozen papers presented, and all the papers are different. They are not copied. I mean, they are not same. They are very different. And I congratulate all the paper presenters. You have done a very effective presentation. We could not give you much time so that you could also elaborate it. So for that, excuse. And of conceptual paper, and I appreciate students and I also thank our keynote speaker Manoj Kumar and rapporteur Mahesh for associating with me to conduct this session. Thank you.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯ ನ್ಯಾಕ್ನಿಂದ A+ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. BA, BCom, MA ಕನ್ನಡ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MCom, MBA, MSc ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ.
I thank Professor Ramanjanelu sir for being with us.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯ.
Great honor for us to be, have you here, sir. On behalf of the Department of Management and on behalf of the KSOU, I heartily thank you, sir. Pramod, present the book. Momentum. I request my colleague to present the momentum.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ
Yeah, today's keynote speaker, Dr. Manoj Kumar, Associate Professor, MIT, a great academician and a well-known speaker. He is with us. I'm very glad to say that he is my senior in MBA. We have had wonderful times during the masters at Bahadur Institute while playing cricket and all those things. I could still remember all those things. Nevertheless, having, sharing the sessions, people like him, always a great moments. Thank you, sir, for being with us. And I thank on behalf of the management department, KSOU, and I request Chaman to present the memento. Yes, the co-chair of the session, very passionate academician and kind-hearted person, my own friend and colleague, Dr. Mahesh is here, and it gives me a great pleasure to propose vote of thanks. Thank you very much, sir, for being with us. I request from Drupad to present the memento. Thank you, sir. Now I request all the participants to be here for a valedictory session. Thank you, everyone.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮುಕ್ತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯ ನ್ಯಾಕ್ನಿಂದ A+ ಮಾನ್ಯತೆ ಪಡೆದಿದೆ. ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ. BA, BCom, MA ಕನ್ನಡ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಹಿಂದಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತ್, ಎಕನಾಮಿಕ್ಸ್, MCom, MBA, MSc ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ, ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಜನವರಿ ಆವೃತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಪ್ರವೇಶಾತಿ ಪಡೆಯಿರಿ. ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 31, 2024 ಕಡೆಯ ದಿನಾಂಕ.